Hello and welcome to Generation 1 Podcast 1 year anniversary. Hooah!
Kinda, sorta.
Kinda, sorta.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah, we're doing
Year
this.
and late.
We're doing this, all three of us, for about a year. Over a year, definitely. And today, we are going to talk about underused and rarely used, I think, but probably mostly underused.
I don't think we're talking about rarely used today because we can't actually see the tier.
Is it?
So.
Oh, because we're looking at old statistics? That's
And
unfortunate.
they just created it, so...
And the server.
We could
down.
just...
and the servers down. So we're not going to talk about it today.
We could just talk about it a little bit and not the tiers specifically. Have any of you played Rarely Used yet?
No.
No, I think it literally just came out.
No, it came out a while ago, actually.
Oh, my dog is
I haven't.
barking.
It came out a while ago. It didn't just came out, but
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Dogs are cool. It sounds like a small dog.
He's
We can...
it's a Yorkie poo. And I just want to shoot whoever named those.
Yeah.
Because it should obviously be a porky.
What are you trying to say, Ninja?
I was trying to say that we'll probably dedicate a show to RU later.
Yeah.
So we really need to talk about it today. Because we have plenty of other things to talk about.
I could give a brief summary later, but...
No, I don't think you need to. Just not this month. We'll get to it. We'll give it its whole episode. I know that you're excited to talk about it because it's your bread and butter.
Well, it was, and then this mutant thing happened.
Well, look at what UU was when it started.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
Hang on,
It'll
guys.
get there.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay,
Alright.
so let's segue that into how we feel about when Underused first dropped, and it was a big old mess.
it was awful.
Yeah, it was awful.
The whole time Tornadoes was legal was pretty much the worst. It was to me, that time period was worse in UU than when Gengar and Mega Gengar and Kangaskhan were legal in UU. It was even worse than
I
that.
kind of agree, because when Kangaskhan was legal, everyone was running Prankster Sableye on their team.
Yeah.
So there was kind of a way to deal with it. Yeah, it was just very, very odd. Very strange. I never really imagined there could be more power creep than there already was in Black and White, but clearly there's been a shift,
Yeah.
and everything I know is wrong again. So yeah,
That and then all the dragons. Every dragon was somehow legal in UU.
I didn't mind
Nobody
that
used
so
anything with
much.
Dragonite. I think that's what it was. In OU, if you're going to use a dragon, you just use Dragonite.
And then now,
And so-
the UU now, every dragon except Noivern and Flygon is banned. But for a while, you could use Hydreigon and Haxorus, which I never really saw what the big problem was with Hydreigon and Haxorus, but they got banned pretty quickly.
I don't care. I'm glad.
Along with Salamence was
drugs up.
legal for a week, and then they banned him
Yeah,
again.
that was ridiculous.
Alright, I'm back.
And Latias.
We're talking
Which is
about how random and crazy UU is, and how it,
terrible UU was originally before they banned everything.
and how it's changing literally every week. I don't understand the new system, because I thought it was monthly. I don't know if you've noticed, but they've been a bit more ban happy.
I haven't noticed. What have they banned since? I thought that they just got rid of all that stuff at once. Was it spread out?
I think it was spread out.
Because I haven't noticed any
Salamence
differences.
was one thing. Salamence was isolated incidents,
Well,
and then
yeah.
and Tornadus
He
was
was
its
like-
own thing. It didn't all happen at once.
I think what they did at the beginning, because this is the same thing they did with OU, was they were going to still do the suspect test, but then because it was new, they had emergency bans where if it was obvious that it was just broken, they could just kick it out, which is what happened to Salamence.
But they've been doing that with I just threw my cell phone across the room. They had a really quick ban with Swagger too. Like they just threw it out the window really randomly. It wasn't like part of a monthly update or anything. So
for what?
For UU and OU like together. I feel like they're just like picking and choosing.
About it. We talked about that a while ago.
I know, but
that wasn't like a.
That only came into effect very recently, though.
But I'm saying it wasn't like a swift ban.
Well, yeah, they talked about it for a long time, and then they finally did it, but it wasn't part of a monthly tier change or anything.
It wasn't suspect tested.
It wasn't suspect tested. They just grabbed it.
When did they ban? I didn't even know that they had officially banned that.
They've banned Swagger in, I think, OU and UU.
I would imagine if it's a move, usually they get rid of it.
It's really funny though, because they've been banning a lot more stuff in X and Y than they did in Black and White.
They have,
and I don't know. It's weird.
I'm honestly, I'm actually pretty okay with it. Because I think
for the most part,
they're banning stuff that no one actually wants to play against.
I want to play against Swagger.
It only applies to Klefki. It's like one guy.
Sableye.
Sableye can't do it as well because he doesn't get
No,
because
there were other sets that could paralyze and do it.
There was Lipard. Oh boy.
Murkrow.
Yeah, Murkrow actually is pretty cruel.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it. Like it wasn't fun to play against, so whatever.
I totally feel you, but at the same time, I feel like it was, I don't know, not that big of a deal. But at the same time, I don't really care that much. But I don't know. I'm just kind of stepping back and looking at all the banning that's been happening, and it's just been a lot more.
Yeah, I think they're taking a more hands-on approach this gen because, like, 5th gen sucked. OU sucked. It was awful. It was just rain versus sand the whole time.
There was some sun.
And I think
there's some sun in there.
Okay, there was a little bit, but it was basically
always got beat by rain
or go home.
Yeah, and that's. Yeah, it's when you picture 5th gen OU, how really tough it was. It's hard to imagine that OU would get even more overpowered, especially since they nerfed weather. So it's weird.
Yeah.
I guess the Mega Pokemon are just really powerful. But
we talked about OU plenty, so
yeah.
What we're talking about now is UU. Nick, I guess now we can kind of talk about our impressions of it currently. We can all agree that it was terrible before, but it's changed a lot in the last month.
Yeah.
I don't really saw how it was terrible, but...
Well, you didn't play when it was terrible.
I played some of it.
If you played...
But at the time, Clefable was still UU, I think.
It was. I think Tornadus T was the worst offender.
I'm trying to think of who pissed me off the most. I think I've blanked it out. Selectively forgotten all of the really horrible UU events.
Tornadus T. Clefable went pretty early. I feel like
Clefable is high OU now. So.
Yeah, that's it didn't get banned. It just jumped into OU.
Yeah. Yeah, I distinctly remember using Ice Beam on a Tornadus and it only doing
and it laughing it off.
Yeah,
and then killing you.
Doing 30%.
Because there was also
People are running these crazy bulky Tornadus T sets because they could get away with it.
It had Regenerator. It just never died, and it crippled the entire other team.
Unless you had a Tornadus T.
Then it was a stalemate.
I was using Mega Ampharos to check it. That's how desperate I was.
Yeah, and I could see that working out. So.
It worked. It was a great Tornadus T check. It's just not a good Pokemon.
I think it's a great Pokemon. But not really, I don't.
Mega Ampharos is more impressive than I give credit for it.
It's better than I thought it would be, but it's not great now.
It can do like 3 things instead of like no things, which is like what I thought.
3 more than you expected.
Yeah, it's like way more.
And one of them is its hair.
Yeah.
Yes. Can do a mean hair flick.
Anyhow, I bet that's how it uses swagger. It just like it just does like a swoosh of his hair. And they're like, why would they do that? I'm confused. Do I hurt myself?
So, what do you guys think of UU now?
I still find it really frustrating, honestly. I still feel like I only win like 50% of the time. Why is that? I still haven't found a team I'm comfortable with for all this time.
Try my team.
I think I did. Well, I have a team. I've been using. Can we go into our teams now, or is that off topic?
Not yet. We'll get. That's the next point.
Okay,
so.
I've been using like the same 4 Pokemon, but then I swap out like the other 2.
That's how a lot of my teams end up working too.
I suppose, but
maybe you just need to really change up the core then. Sometimes that's the best way to do it if you just can't get the team to work. Just start from scratch.
I just try random things, and most of the time it works out fine.
Well, that's great. Yeah,
what do you think of it, Nick?
I mean, I've only played like a few hours. My life has been pretty busy lately. I haven't really had a lot of time to invest in it. But I mean, I don't even know what the staples are right now. Like what, you know what I mean? What are super common, other than number 1 Florgus, who I really don't like because I love special attackers, and well, I don't know. My team usually only has like 2, and so like I typically have a problem with Florgus because it just walls them to hell. But I mean, it seems pretty stable.
It's more stable, yeah. It's really, really, really aggressive, though. I feel like
I don't.
There's a lot of walls.
Yeah,
there's what Vaporeon's in it,
I'm just remembering the way
Umbreon.
I guess I'm just thinking about what it used to be like, and then comparing it.
What this gen or
like 5th gen?
Well, that's like comparing like
apples and oranges.
NASCAR. That's like comparing NASCAR race to like.
Yeah, I mean, 5th gen
Monday morning traffic
was really slow.
It was a big fat stall fest. That's what it was, and I really didn't like it.
this version of UU is probably like the most mid-rangey, I'd say. Like you don't have a lot of like the flat out stall cores. You have a lot of beefy hitters. You know, like you're kind of throwing punches like haymakers at each other with big beefy guys. There aren't a lot of really fragile setup sweepers to where it's hyper offensive. Yeah. It's more of a bulky offense.
Yeah.
That's been my impression of it, and I love UU right now. I think it's amazing. I think that there's tons of rooms for diverse teams that can all work.
Yeah.
I barely ever see, the same outside of Florges and Blastoise. I usually see at least one of them on a team, but then the other 5 could be anything.
Yeah.
I went up against.
I see a ton of different things, and that's why I like it so much. I think that's awesome.
Yesterday, my last match, that guy had an unknown, and I was just like, "What does this do?" Like, it didn't do anything.
No, that's.
Why is this on your team?
But I feel like there's actually 60 different viable Pokemon you could use in UU and have them be good.
That's completely true. Like, before looking at this outdated list, I knew the top would be Florges or Blastoise, but I didn't know who 3 through 8 were going to be, just because it's really, really diverse. I will give it that. I still find it frustrating as hell.
I think that's one of the biggest strengths. That's why, and bulky offense is just my bread and butter. Like, that's the team style that I'm most comfortable with. I feel like I'm the best with it, so.
Bulky offense is seen a lot more in overused, too, than it used to be.
Maybe. I haven't played overused in a couple months, so
yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, I prefer...
I can believe it, though, without the weather, to just push everything to the limit.
Yeah, like, you can... Sure. Like, you can actually run fire types because of defog and no weather.
Freaking Charizard's the most used Pokemon in the tier.
Yeah, I still can't get over that. It's
good for him.
Yeah, I feel good for him, but it's also, is defog really that good? And do people use Stealth Rocks anymore? I don't know. It's very strange. I feel like it's definitely a phase, or maybe it isn't. I don't know.
He's been a no from the beginning, so...
No, he hasn't.
I mean...
No, it took him a little while.
It took Charizard Y a long time. X. Yeah, people were using X for a really long time.
First. I mean, it's a fair split. It's only 53 to 44%, so I think that's probably part of it, is that both of them are viable, and they're both completely different. Yeah. So you can use one or the other, and it has an advantage if your opponent guesses wrong as to which one it is.
Yeah. It's just Mega Pokemon, really. Mega Pokemon are either overpowered or shit, and it's one of the two. And it's...
I don't really think so. I think that the ones that are in OU now are they're just really good.
Absol's still pretty good in UU.
I cannot use Absol to save my life. I've seen a lot of Scope Lens Super Luck Absols. Those things are pretty scary.
Yeah, I see that more than the Mega Absol.
Yeah, which is kind of sad. I wish Mega Absol could learn Work Up, because then it could get both its...
Oh, jeez.
That'd be cool.
That'd be scary, yeah.
It can't learn it, though. I looked it up.
Maybe it could learn Growth.
That'd be great. I don't know.
Yep. It's not a planet, though, so I don't think so.
Well, should we talk about our teams?
Sure. Do you want to go first, Ninja? I know you're more enthusiastic about underused, than us two.
I'll go last.
I like you.
Okay.
We'll let you go first, since you're going to be the least excited, probably.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the middle ground again.
Yay. I'm middle ground sometimes. I've been using Noivern, Metagross, Florges, and Blastoise a lot, because I've noticed that if you have a Steel and a Fairy together, and then you have a Dragon, because Steel and Dragon go together well, and Fairy and Steel go really well together, and then you got to have your token Water type, and I like Mega Blastoise, so that was kind of a gimme. So I've been sticking with those 4 off and on. My current team has Scrafty, Dragon Dance, Scrafty with Shed Skin, and he's Jolly Nature, Max Speed, Attack.
I like that set.
Yeah. And then I have my last Pokemon as Celebi / Trevenant. I want to try Celebi with a custom set Celebi that has Healing Wish and Life Orb and 3 attacks, probably Giga Drain, Psychic, Earth Power, Healing Wish. Because it would be really cool to get a Healing Wish on a Mega Blastoise or a Metagross or something, and then Metagross could just sweep the team.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much my team. It's pretty good.
It's funny you said about the Dragon Steel Fairy core, because I have exactly 0 of any of those types on my team right now.
Well,
I have a dragon.
You've got like
I've got the classic firewater grass core going on.
I don't have any kind of core.
I have that in.
Well, what's your team, Nick?
Yeah, well, Nick will go.
Yan Shao, which is the U-turn regenerator life orb.
The awesome set.
The cool dude set.
Very good.
Noivern with U-turn.
Is it choiced?
Specs.
Specs.
Gastrodon. Which is basically just the Scald Toxic, defensive set. Rotom Heat. Because I like tricking people. He's usually my lead.
Yeah.
Because I can just Volt Switch if I don't like what's out, and then do whatever. He's Choice Scarfed. But I don't... See, I have 3 Choice Pokemon, but Rotom doesn't really count for me because I can trick. So, I'm not too worried about it. I have a Choice Scarfed Crocodile, I love it. It's so good. Outrage, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Crunch.
No knockoff. That's surprising.
I didn't think you could get it.
Yeah, he can.
And I'll probably
he
drop
can.
Crunch then.
Yeah.
But I just was building it quick. I didn't really look because I didn't have a lot of time last night. But and then one of my favorite ever, Porygon 2.
Oh, Porygon 2.
I love it.
Although less so this gen, since knockoff is everywhere.
Yeah.
I still love it. I had
good.
I had to sack him yesterday for because of the knockoff. He was just useless. I just used it as a switch advantage.
Yeah. I'm more worried when I see Porygon 2 than when I see Porygon Z.
Yeah. True.
If it's Porygon Z, I'm like, oh, okay, that's not that good. But if it's Porygon 2, I'm like, oh, I have to kill that thing somehow.
Z has Choice Specs Hyper Beam.
Yeah.
That does a
Porygon
ton.
Z, you have to figure out if it's Life Orb or Scarf or Specs, but once you have that figured out, then you can usually beat him.
Yeah, but Porygon 2 just lives forever as long as he has his UV light.
Kill it.
You and your duck.
So my cheese and quackers. I was so sad I couldn't name him in the game, but
You can name
anyway,
him Quackers.
I could. But I have a lot of momentum with my team.
Yeah.
Because 2 U-turners and a Volt Switcher, so
that's good.
I can, and most of my guys are super fast.
Yeah.
So
I had a. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't see where I don't really. My defensive core is Porygon and Gastrodon, and everything else is kind of pretty frail. Except Rotom Heat's not that bad, but
he's a good middle ground. You can take a hit or two.
I like Rotom Heat, but I find there are some Pokemon on Underused who can deal with his stabs. They might have what is it? The Fire Absorb thing, Flash Fire ability. If they have Chandelure and a ground type on their team, then you're kind of stuck. You either have to use Trick or hope that they
have to make them predict correctly too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, Rotom's really, for that team, Rotom's really the only fairy resistance I have.
He's nice for that. He works well with Florges because he really resists steel.
When Florges comes in, I just trick it.
Yeah.
And it's done. And then I switch out into.
I had a UU team last gen that was really similar to that one, Nick, where it was less reliant on type coverage and more just on keeping momentum. And it was a really fun team to play. It had Rotom Heat and Crobat.
Yeah, I did that for a bit too.
It was a really good team. So I'm not surprised that one's doing well for you.
I feel like Rotom Heat has been less used and underused for this game.
Definitely.
When Underused started, he was everywhere. I guess it's just because of what people knew.
That was just memory because he was so good last gen. People just assumed.
He's not bad.
No, he's not bad.
He's not. He's still
not bad at all.
There's more things that deal with him around now. So you just the last gen, you just overheated everything but Chandelure, and then you won.
Yeah.
I did switch Gastrodon eventually for Empoleon.
Yeah.
And made it more of a specially defensive set. Because his special defense is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
And he has access to Stealth Rocks and T-Fog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And knockoff.
It's kind of sick. Does he?
He can get knockoff. I didn't know that.
That's the one I've been using in standard. Is knockoff defog Stealth Rock Scald. Special defensive.
Hmm.
He just fills the void.
Oh,
but anyway, you go with your team.
My current team, Umbreon, obviously, because I don't play UU without Umbreon. It's my favorite ever. Roserade, Arcanine, offensive, Life Orb with Flash Fire. Didn't go for the defensive set. Although I'm thinking about taking off the Life Orb because he just loses so much health so fast.
You always throw on Morning Sun.
I have
He
Morning
has Morning
Sun.
But
It's kind of a maybe I'll get to use this every once in a while. It's not every match thing.
I went through the same motions with Arcanine before, so I know what you're saying.
I definitely want to keep the offensive momentum though, so I think I might just put a different item on him instead of Life Orb and keep the set. But he's really good. I like him a lot. Suicune and then Donphan, and I've been switching between Ambipom and Mienshao, basically as a scout.
Really?
I'm not sure which one I like more.
Wow. I would definitely think Mienshao is preferred over Ambipom.
But Ambipom's got 10 more base speed, which is a thing on my team. My team's not particularly fast.
What does he need to outrun?
Mienshao.
Yeah, Mienshao.
Ambipom beats Mienshao. That's pretty much...
That's really silly.
I'm not decided right now,
They
do very similar things.
Do you have Drain Punch on your Mienshao?
No.
You might want to try it. I don't know.
Had
Mienshao seems...
JK.
I was using Mienshao, but I wanted to try Ambipom. I mean, they're both good. I'm not sure which one I like better at this point, but
there's no
also
sense using
Ambipom gets stab fake out.
Yeah,
and
it does so much
sometimes
damage.
double hit
Yeah.
is just a beating. So I'm not saying that it's better than Mienshao. I think both are good. I just noticed that I had some speed problems with my Mienshao, so I decided to try out Ambipom.
And,
why would you run Drain Punch on Mienshao?
so you don't miss, and so you get more health back with the regenerator.
I
just jump kick.
I never see it being an issue.
It's been an issue
with Mienshao.
with me.
Usually, with Mienshao, like if you're at the point where you can go for high jump kick, you're trying to win the game.
Yeah, most of the time you either use knockoff or U-turn.
It. Right. Yeah, it's never in for long enough to be like a bulky thing. And with regenerator, you're getting a decent amount of health back anyhow. So I like high jump kick because it's.
I suppose they're really similar Pokemon now since they both have knockoff and fake out the Ambipom.
The only difference is high jump kick versus double hit.
And
you could run return on Ambipom and bypass that 90 accuracy.
But I can break subs a double hit.
You could.
And it's technician boosted.
Yeah, Ambipom is just really fun to use, and he's kind of a pain with.
So I'm trying him out. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep him yet, but
he's pissed.
Yeah.
But like by far the all-star standout of my team is Crocoon. The rest, Calm Mind, Sleep Talk, Scald. I'm
still surprised I have not heard more talk about Crocoon because the sleep mechanics were changed back to what they were in 4th generation, which means...
Why is he called this?
It's based on the username of the guy that came up with the set, I think. I knew why at one point, but I don't anymore.
I just named him Sleepy-Coon.
Yeah,
Sleepy-Coon works. I'm behind that.
But he is amazing. No one is ready for him.
Yeah. So. That's cool.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about some specific Pokemon that we've noticed doing work in UU. I guess Well, I guess the place to start is probably with Florges.
Florges.
Since it's the most used.
Fairy type is broken.
Just because it's like the most bulky thing in the tier.
It has a lot to do with its typing.
It also has an amazing type.
Let's make.
It's like one of the only fairies left in UU.
There's that cupcake, right?
Well, the ones that aren't are just bad, like really bad.
That cupcake can do belly drum stuff, like belly drum unburden.
I'm gonna die.
He's pretty bulky.
I don't think he's on the same level as the fairies.
He's not.
Like,
once they make a fairy with actual decent stats, then it'll be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's gonna just go right to Ubers, I think.
Which is that event Floette. It has really high stats.
Oh yeah.
So
or Diancie. Well, that's probably gonna be Riska's Legend.
Diancie. Oh, right.
There's the rock fairy.
That's the rock fairy.
Or Hoopa.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah,
I think it's actually psychic.
I thought that was psychic and like ghost or something.
Oh,
yes, it is. It is psychic.
It is
ghost.
what?
It's
it is.
double weak to ghost, double weak to dark. It's very silly.
And it looks like neither of those types.
It looks
it
looks like a pile of clothing.
Yeah.
It looks like something out of Aladdin.
But anyhow, Florges is really good in you.
Yeah, not much can kill him.
Because I just hit it with physical attacks. I never try and attack it like super effectively. Sometimes I guess with a rosary, but just punching it in the face seems to work.
I have poison jab on my shell.
Yeah,
I don't think it's worth it to run poison jab.
Why not?
Because it's not going to one-hit KO.
But it still.
I don't know. You need something that one-hit KOs.
Nothing. I don't much is gonna one-hit KO a Florges.
Most physical stab attacks can, depending.
Its defense is pretty low.
It is pretty low. Its defenses are nothing to write home about. It's the main reason I have Metagross on my team is just because I know Florges is everywhere.
Yeah, I found it's not the easiest to one-hit KO, but it's pretty easy to two-hit KO.
See, you say it's one stab, super effective hit, but like it's only two things.
No, I said just punching it in the face. Like, I don't try one-hit KO it, but
if you just hit it with a stab physical, it'll probably go down. Like Arcanine Flare Blitz, it's easy. That sucker's gone. But if you're using unstab Poison Jab, which only has... How much power does it have? 80?
70?
I think it has 80.
I'd expect it to hit KO at least.
I don't think it does from full, and I think that's the reason why it's not a good idea.
I would assume that it did.
They need to make a poison earthquake. They need a poison earthquake.
Life Orb, Mine Shao, I'm pretty sure it would two-hit KO.
I think it would too.
Well, definitely.
Well, you just said it wouldn't.
You just said it wouldn't.
I said it wouldn't one-hit KO.
You said two-hit KO.
Well, if it isn't gonna one-hit KO, it will obviously two-hit KO.
Well, that's all you need. You're not like...
Yeah, but if he survives, he kills...
Fine.
If he survives the poison jab, he'll kill you with Moonblast.
Yeah, but if I bring in Mine Shao, he can switch into it expecting me...
Right.
Because he's going to try to hit me with a Moonblast.
He's not going to expect Mine Shao to have an attack that's going to do that much damage. So then,
because it resists fighting.
Well, I wouldn't switch Florges into any physical attack, typically. So, yeah. I would imagine Hydrum Kick would do
a ton of damage.
About as much as Poison Jab, maybe more.
I mean, it's going to do a lot of damage. So even if it doesn't one-hit KO, it might be a worthwhile trade just to get it down that low.
I wish
because then it's easy for something else to pick off.
Was weak to fire. That'd be nice. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, that's fine. Florges is a problem. I like to do max speed Florges with Timid with max special.
I've seen a few of those. Like, full out attacking sets. They hit hard.
I'm the only one who've seen who uses it, but it is.
I've run into it a couple times.
It is a set on the Smogon forums is like Life Orb for attacks, but mine has Wish Protect. It just has max speed and attack, special attack. Because you only need Moonblast, because Fairy is silly.
Yeah. Do you guys think it's overpowered or just really good?
I just think it's really good.
I just think it's annoying.
If it got banned, I kind of wouldn't care. Even though he's a big part of my team.
You could just use Wigglytuff.
Yeah. It's got that coveted normal fairy typing. Nobody else gets that. It's a really good type.
By the way,
I guess it...
I don't know if I
immunity to Ghost.
What were you about to say there?
What's the usual... Florge is usually special defensive, right?
Yeah, usually HP, special D.
Poison Jab has a fair probability to one-hit KO after Stealth Rock damage.
Oh, that's good.
84.4 to 99.7%. So, it's definitely niche.
So I'm not dumb for doing it.
I didn't say it was dumb. I
was just saying I'm not dumb for doing it. I didn't say you said that.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried to run Manchao, but I just think unstab poison attacks are pretty bad in general.
But physical attack. I mean, it's niche for sure, but
it has Gardevoir too.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen it before.
But Gardevoir will definitely kill me.
So, how about Blastoise, Andy?
Blastoise.
Tell us all about Blastoise.
The cool kids run Scald on Blastoise because there's only a 10 base power difference between the boosted Water Pulse and Scald has a 30% chance to burn, so it makes sense. I still haven't done it because I like that extra 10 power that doesn't matter.
Plus, the confusion chances.
Nice. Yeah, the confusion chances save me a lot.
30% on Water Pulse?
I have no idea. I think it's like 20 or something.
It's higher than average, I think.
I don't think it's 30. If it was 30, I would see it like every match, to be honest. It only happens sometimes. So, Blastoise, Mega Blastoise, when he's at full health, nothing...
Because it's always Mega Blast.
I've seen a lot of Assault Vest Blastoise sometimes.
It is... Well, in March, 91% of Blastoise held Blastoise 9.
Yeah. It's usually Mega Blastoise, but sometimes they're leftovers.
I just assume. Yeah.
Well, the thing about Mega Blastoise that I love is when he is at full health, pretty much nothing can one-hit KO him. I think Mega Manectric is an exception. That guy's a pain in the ass. I'm surprised he's only at number 8 here, but this is for March. I think he would be much higher now, because I see his ass in like every match, and it's like,
I saw him more, I feel like, a few weeks ago than I do now.
Maybe.
I didn't see any the other day.
Yeah,
maybe I just haven't run into him recently. I used to see him a lot.
But he's Mega Blastoise is a very unique offensive spinner, especially in underused. And yeah, he's just really great. He's got insane coverage with boosted Dark Pulse and Aura Sphere, and you can use Scald. And some people like to run Ice Beam on him for coverage sake.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd rather have Rapid Spin.
His coverage with like fighting Dark and Water is just so good by itself.
It is incredible.
You're giving up neutral coverage, I guess, to get more better super effective coverage. Is that the plan?
I suppose. I mean, it's not bad because you're gonna Ice Beam hits for a lot of damage. It doesn't.
Too bad there isn't Ice Pulse.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. There's kind of like Icy Wind is kind of like Icy Pulse, but it's terrible. Well, I guess
I'm saying it would get the boost from his
pulse
cannons that he doesn't use.
Yeah. Yeah, he just shoots it out of his mouth like a lame Dumbo.
Should be your name for your next Blastoise.
Yeah, lame Dumbo. So yeah, Mega Blastoise is very good. He's hard to kill unless you have Mega Manectric. And yeah, I like passing wishes to him. I should probably try running Jirachi with Blastoise just to be a bigger dick. Because I could get some really fat wishes from Jirachi. But I don't know.
I stalled out
Are you saying... Sorry.
I stalled out a flinch Jirachi the other day with Suicune, and it was so great.
That's awesome. I'm so glad.
So satisfying.
I run into Scarf Jirachi sometimes, and it's like, really?
I'm glad that it doesn't show up as much as it used to, because that thing's the worst.
I've run into a lot of turn 1 Scarf Jirachis, and I can usually beat them. But, you know, if you get flinched 4 times in a row, you get flinched 4 times in a row.
Yep.
That shit sucks. But one thing I like to do in all of the Showdown tiers is I like my team to reflect what I have in-game, which is why I'm not throwing around Jirachi, because I don't have a Jirachi.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a good guy code, in a way. So, I don't know.
The only legend I ever used in UU was, oh wait, maybe that was RU. was Uxie.
That was RU.
Oh, that was fun.
I mean, he was okay. He was decent in UU last gen.
He's good old helmet head. That's what he is.
Yeah.
I hit Ringo Starr.
I always nicknamed him like Bedhead.
He looks like one of the Beatles.
I always named mine Golden Bomberman because when he's shiny, he's solid gold. And in Bomberman, in some Bomberman games, when you win a match, you become solid gold and you get like an extra power up. So
you say Bomberman weird.
That's because I'm American.
You say Bomberman.
Bomberman. With no, there's no bees. The bees are gone. Yeah, I grew up liking Bomberman a lot there. For you.
I think. All right, so those are number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we really need to go just down the list, but we can pull out some other guys that.
I still think Scarf Crocodile is really good.
I think Crocodile in general.
Yeah,
really
Crocodile's great. I was using defensive Intimidate Crocodile for a while, and he was really, really good.
I like that set a lot.
I'm going to have to make a separate team for it, because he didn't really gel with the other guys. But I could tell he was talented. I was like, I see what you're doing.
I always like to point out that his nose looks less like a penis in Gen 6.
Oh.
Because you can actually see it, and it doesn't... You know what I'm talking about.
Stationary. You know, yeah.
I haven't looked that hard, but I believe you. A lot of stuff looks like dicks. It's okay.
It's true.
Like the end of Superbad. With his little sketchbook.
That was like the beginning of Superbad, wasn't it?
No, if you watch the end credits, it shows all the drawings.
Oh, okay. Well, they like flash his drawings in the beginning. Superbad. Oh my goodness.
And like dark types in general are just really good now because stab knockoff is a thing.
Yep.
And it's super good.
And Sucker Punch and Pursuit and Knockoff. I feel like this
it's I mean,
there are
it's mostly knockoff.
There are a lot of really creative dark attacks, and because Steel can't really take it anymore, they're just better.
That helps too.
Yeah.
But
not that you're gonna.
It's mainly knockoff, I think.
Yeah. Well, the 2 main Steel guys are weak to dark now because it's the Psychic Steel combination. I want to say real quick that I've seen a lot of Darmanitan that have Life Orb, and it's really surprising every time, just because I'm so used to Scarf Darmanitan.
I think Darmanitan is an ugly Pokemon.
Yeah, he's pretty damn ugly. I think we've lost Ninja.
Oh, yeah, Ninja has fallen.
Oh,
Ninja has...
Oh, he's back now, I think, maybe.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Has resurrected.
You're back from the grave.
I don't know what happened. I dropped the phone.
That's fine, you're back.
I used Monster Reborn.
So, yeah, Life Orb Darmanitan, I guess for that extra bit of power with sheer force. I don't know.
Yeah, he hits hard. He's one of the main reasons that I switched over to Arcanine. I started getting my
with the flash fire, yeah.
face wrecked. Yeah,
flash fire is a nice option, and I can see how he might work better than Chandelure since he hits for physical. You put him more places.
And he has extreme speed.
Yeah, extreme speed is just nice.
Nidoking's pretty high on the list.
Yeah, he is. He's just really good. I'm kind of surprised he's this high, but I don't know.
Who?
Nidoking. He's number 10.
Oh, he's just really good. Like
have people been using
really hard.
physical Nidoking? Because I made his attack higher in X and Y by 10 base points.
No, looks like specials still.
Okay.
The preferred set.
I would imagine so, because you can't really abuse his ability that well.
And Sludge Wave is a thing now too, which he can learn.
There's still 0.3% of people who use Rivalry. Good on you, people.
Special few.
Those are the accidents when they just type in Nidoking and then forget to change his ability.
Probably, yeah. I want to say how I'm really shocked and offended how Forretress isn't underused, but at the same time, he has never threatened me or posed any issue once. So
that's been the story of Forretress in any tier at any time during any generation. I've never. I see Fortress and I'm like, oh, so I get a couple turns to do whatever I want.
He can definitely do well. I feel like he does better in standard than he does in specifically underused, though. It's kind of a very odd thing.
If you don't have hazard removal, then it can be annoying.
Well, I always have hazard removal.
Not everybody does.
I guess Defog is hard to beat sometimes.
Yeah, like especially now that you have two good options for hazard removal. I don't know. If you don't have it, then you deserve whatever happens to you. That's.
I was also very shocked that what is it? Galvantula was underused, and how you could use Sticky Web and underused. Oh my gosh, it's going to be horrible, and then nobody ever uses it. And like if they do try to use it, they fail because it's like legitimately hard to pull off. And
I think underused in general just isn't a tier that's focused as heavily on speed.
Yeah.
So
that would definitely be a factor.
It's still important, but maybe not as much as it could be.
Let's talk about the bottom of the barrel.
Want to go down? Go down.
How far do you want to go down? You're going to get into...
How come Omastar is at the bottom? Come on, Omastar, you're better than that.
I bet you could single-handedly raise him up, Andy, if you played enough.
I could. I should. I'm going to do it for you. Once the server actually works.
I want to talk about how far down the list some of these really good things are. So without looking, scroll to the top of your list. I'm going to name a Pokemon and you have to guess what number it is.
Okay.
Right? And I'm going to pick good things.
Okay.
Alright, so let's start with Jirachi.
Yeah.
What position do you think Jirachi is in?
I don't know, 17 or something?
24.
That was close. Price is right. I get to come
it's
down.
Freaking Jirachi, though. That thing was top tier OU last gen. 24th in UU.
Well, Steel lost to Resistance.
Yep.
And then...
Jirachi's late.
And then Starmie is underneath it, and that's just kind of weird.
Yeah. Sableye.
Yeah, Sableye's at the bottom, isn't he?
51.
Give me another one. Go. Games are fun.
Let's talk about Sableye for real quick and how that's ridiculous. I still use it in OU, and it's great.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's 51 on UU.
I think
like, it's so good.
Once Kangaskhan left the building, then his job was finished.
I still find, I mean, I haven't played OU in forever, but it still seems pretty physically centric, physical attacker centric. So
yeah, it's definitely good. There will be physical hitters.
Job.
Yeah, it's just with the Kangaskhan problem, you need an exterminator.
Yeah,
and he was the guy.
Oh, here's a good one. Melodic.
Melodic.
Where do you think he is?
UU
All-Star last gen.
42.
57.
60.
Close.
Dang it, I don't get it. Come on down.
Yeah.
He's got a new ability, too.
Yeah, but is it better than Marvel Scale?
I don't know. It's good for dealing with Sticky Web, I guess, but nobody seems to use it that much.
What's the ability again?
Competitive. If any of your stats are lowered, then you get a +2 special attack. So then he would be super scary. I don't know.
It's the special version of Defiant.
Another good way to use it is to switch into Defog, and then you'd get a free +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you use crazy. It's all topsy-turvy.
It is. I still haven't gotten a firm grip on it. I just feel like you're better at it than I am, to be honest.
I would I mean, I'm gonna be. I don't want to sound terrible, but that's just my favorite tier, and it's the play style that's encouraged there is better. So I'm sure once RU comes out and NU, I think you'll be better at me than both of those for sure.
My favorite is standard, specifically standard right now, just because you just grab anything, and it's, I don't know.
I think last gen I won a total of 5 RU matches.
Yeah,
I was terrible at it.
Did you see the video where I used my old RU team and I just killed everybody?
I did.
Nobody brought a Kiram or a Shaman or anything. I feel like I just got really lucky, but at the same time, I was kicking ass with Roselia. It's like, that's just silly.
Silly.
Does anyone else want to talk about any more EU-related things before we wrap up?
EU. Do you think... Well, we talked about if Florgus will get banned or not, right?
I don't think it needs to be. Yeah, we did. I think we all agree that it's fine, good but fine.
I wish we had a more updated list because Tornadus T isn't a part of it anymore. But I
mean, it's a good. I would still be shocked if Florges and Blastoise weren't 1 and 2.
I thought Blastoise was number 1.
He might be now. But those are by far the 2 Pokemon that I see.
And Weavile is an underused, I think, or was he quick banned?
I thought he got banned.
He was banned, and then he was unbanned, and then he might have gotten banned again. I don't know. See, that's the stupid shit. Poopy Duke. It's like
that made me think Betty Boop.
Booty Boop. Yeah. It's like, come on. Can we just wait till the end of the month and just throw around all these bans?
I would imagine he's banned just because.
Last time I played, he wasn't banned, so I don't know.
Knock off on his attack with his speed.
Yeah.
I'll check.
I honestly don't know. I think he might be banned now because I was making an underused team this morning, and Weavile was in Borderline, I think.
BL.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I honestly don't know. They just keep banning and unbanning stuff over and over.
You ban list. Crawdaunt, Staraptor, Salamence, Zygrade. Okay. Haxorus, Tornadus T, Walucha. Really?
Halucha?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Diggersby
is what?
And
Halucha is Borderline.
I don't think I ever saw a single Walucha in YouTube.
I saw a couple.
I don't know what happened there.
They usually use Unburden.
Haircross Knight, Gothitelle with Shadow Tag, Walvofit with Shadow Tag, Drought, Gardevoirite, Medichimite, Scolipede, Drizzle. So it's not currently banned.
So Weavile is not currently banned.
Wow, I'm making a team with Weevil.
Yeah, I was gonna make one too, just because it's not that hard to get. And I think I actually have one. I'd have to breed another one. Or something, but yeah. Oh, underused. Do we have any, like, questions for the viewers at home? The question of the day.
If we could do... Nick, you're the best with questions of the day.
Oh, I am? Well, that's
you do them,
please.
I have one if you don't want to go. Spotlight instead.
I don't know.
Okay. Then everyone tell us what your favorite current UU set is. So Pokemon and moveset.
Oh.
And if it's out of the ordinary, tell us why. For the whole 3 people that'll leave a comment on any of these given videos.
Oops, I didn't want to do that. Oh, hey, the servers are back up.
Oh, cool.
Nice. We can all go play Are You.
Are you...
Alright.
Should I...
That's going to do it for this month, guys.
Wait, I didn't say my favorite thing.
Oh.
I thought, were we answering
we're answering the question?
We were answering it.
Oh, wait.
I thought that was...
Go ahead. You can do it.
Oh, that's right. That's
we
for
can
the
answer.
people at home. I'm
You
sorry.
can do it.
You can do it. Go.
Okay, I was gonna say...
We're excited.
I'm excited. No, I was gonna say Metagross with agility weakness policy, because I don't see it that much. Honestly.
It's a cool set.
Yeah.
I tried it, but it didn't work that well for me, but...
It can work,
like
but
that.
it has problems for sure.
Yeah.
So I agree.
I just want Agility Gross to be good again, because he was so awesome in 4th gen.
I think Assault Vest Metagross might be a good idea for underused. But yeah, that's...
Nick, how about you?
I don't know, I guess the Scarf Crocodile for right now. I also really like my Chow and my whole team.
Okay, good answer.
Oh,
Mine is Sleepy Coon.
Sleepy
Far
Coon,
Away.
yeah.
Yes!
Sleepy Coon.
My
I mean,
name.
Umbreon, obviously my favorite forever, but
You need...
right now, it's Sleepy Coon.
Next video, you need to title it Sleepy Coon, and then, like, get a thumbnail.
I actually have a video that wasn't scheduled to go up this week, but I'm going to put it up this week because of this episode, where it's just the Suicune show, and it's awesome. I have 2 matches where
You
he's
should,
just awesome.
for the
so-
thumbnail, you should do, like, a super cute Suicune with, like, a nightcap on.
I will if you draw me one.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to draw you one, then.
I can't do that. Yeah.
Well, you could Google it or something. I don't know. I guess.
That sounds really specific.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm going to just type Sleepy Coon into Google and
See
see
what
what
happens.
get some really horrible picture. Thanks.
I am probably... Well, I'm sure I will.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Nothing came up.
Yeah, I got... Okay, there's a weird one. But yeah, I'm not getting anything useful.
I got a dog
So-
saying fuck. I don't know.
What?
It just strikes me as funny. But yeah, this is the end.
This is the end, my friend.
Tell us about how
There's George Costanza. Why is he there?
tell us how Yu has been abusing you, or how you like it a lot.
Tell Andy how it's the best tier ever.
The best tier will be never used, but that isn't out yet, so
We'll talk about it when it is.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
this is us signing off. Goodbye.